Hi everyone, my name's Lauren and I'm from Pure Indulgence, and I'm joined with Susan today, who is an educator at Dermalogica. Now, normally in our past videos, we're sitting side by side, but obviously with what's going on at the moment, everyone in self-isolation, we have Susan, who is live with us on her laptop as well. And what we thought we'd have a chat about today is stress and the skin and how that can affect it and what we might be seeing on our skin during this time. We've had a lot of people reach out over live chat and email to us at Pure Indulgence with questions about their skin, that they may be feeling, dehydrated, or they're having a few extra breakouts or seeing some pigmentation pop up. So we wanted to jump on here and go through some things that you can be doing at home, and also ways you can adjust your home care to adapt to these lifestyle changes and this stress that, possibly we could be being put under at the moment. So Susan's going to take us through a few little tips and tricks. So Susan, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. I know,
sharing again.
So surreal.
I know,
we're almost so used to being side by side, aren't we?
We are. It's very weird, but we're working with it, aren't we?
We are. We do our best, and I'm so thank you for inviting me back in for another chat today, because it's so funny. I've also heard a lot of people say, my skin's just going crazy since everything has changed. So I definitely think it's a good topic for today.
Yes, great. So can you tell us, so at the moment in particular, I've had friends reach out, I've had, as I said, people online going, what do I do? What can I incorporate? How does stress actually affect the skin? Like, what do we see on the skin, or what's actually happening in our body to cause these breakouts and to cause the dehydration?
I know, cause this, right?
Yeah.
All these things. Well, absolutely, Lauren. So when we think about stress is actually not a new thing. It's hardwired into us as humans. It's what they call our flight or fight response, and our body has this natural pre-programmed way of surviving when we're in isolation, or if we throw back to our ancestors, to the caveman. This is what actually helped them to survive when they were being stalked by a mammoth or a saber-toothed tiger. I mean, thank goodness we don't have those now, right? But
similar, I've got a 2-year-old that chases me around wanting food, so
there's the saber-tooth right there.
There's my flight right there.
Especially when we can't get to the shops as often.
I know, right?
So I guess when we think about stress in our body, it is a real response, and I've done a lot of, workshops and tutorials about stress, and a lot of medical experts say that stress is perception. It's the way that we perceive a situation, but we definitely do have that inbuilt flight or fight response, but it gets activated when your brain thinks, oh my gosh, I'm under threat. So I guess when we're thinking about, things that go in our life right now, it's a very stressful time for many people in many ways, from the worry of health, the worry of work, or the worry of just, everything to do with this sort of uncertainty. So what our body does is two things. In our brain, we're going to secrete chemicals, and we all know hormones. I know when I'm hormonal, it's not a pretty sight.
I just think chocolate for, usually that time.
Anything to help, right? So our body secretes 3 major hormones when we're stressed. One of them is adrenaline. We all feel that when the 2-year-old says, I want food, and you think, I've got none.
Sorry.
That's what gives us that race in our heart. It gives us strength. It gives us that fight, the adrenaline. So it does pump a lot of blood through the body. So I'm thinking straight away about, those clients that have reached out to you and said, my sensitivity is going off the charts when I'm stressed.
Yeah, I know for me, I get eczema and my skin flares up every time I'm a little bit stressed or even just tired, and, my body just can't cope.
Wow, I know. Well, that's it. Well, the adrenaline, it forces more blood flow through the body, which can cause a reddening and more inflammation. But there's other secretions in our brain. They're called neuropeptides, but they actually also signal your skin to release inflammatory reactions. Like, we all know histamine, right? We've all seen the Telfast ads.
Yes.
Take an antihistamine when you've got that itch. So our body actually makes us produce lots of histamine. histamine. So if you're somebody who's, when you're stressed and you can feel your skin becoming inflamed, we know you definitely need to employ ways of reducing stress. And we'll get to that in a moment. But I guess the first chemical is adrenaline, and also neuropeptides. The second thing is testosterone. And I don't know if you got any nice breakouts at the moment, Lauren, but
I had that on my nose. Like, what is that? I was like, thank God I was at home, because I was just like, I just don't even know what to do with that right now.
So random, right? So I know for a lot of us, when we're under stress, we can have these crazy breakouts. And it's because when we're stressed, our body produces something called testosterone. And even as women, we have testosterone. It gives us strength. It gives us some power in our muscles and does other things for our body. But when we experience a spike in testosterone when we're stressed, it actually causes a knock-on to break out. And a lot of women, it'll be around that jaw and neck area, sometimes the temples. So that there is because the testosterone affects your oil glands in the skin, and it changes your oil from being runny olive oil to basically, imagine that's your pores right there, and your oil glands, sort of a sac attached, secretes oil. It climbs up your hair and it goes out onto the surface of the skin. When it's runny olive oil, it gets out easy. When your stress levels increase and testosterone increases, it turns that olive oil into butter, and it gets stuck in the pore and can't get out. And so we start getting a blockage, and then it's like a balloon, that pore will pop if there's too much air in it or too much oil. And that's when you get gifted with a big breakout.
Nice. So what a gift.
Yeah, nice present. Nice.
Yeah.
And the third thing that happens is our body also makes cortisol when we're under stress, and it has two knock-on effects. When you have an increase in cortisol, it's actually a hormone that helps us to survive. It's a natural painkiller, but it also reduces your healing, and it causes your immune system to be kind of shut down. I know some people say, why do I get cold sores when I'm stressed? You've no doubt, as a therapist yourself, had clients say that to you, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just an immune being, not working at its full capacity.
Exactly. And it's 40% less when you're stressed. It reduces it. So those that herpes simplex virus that lives in your nerve endings, it stays away when your immune surveillance is out. You've got these Rottweilers in the skin, literally, that are like, guards at a car yard. And they guard those things. So we can actually get a prevalence of those cold sores come out when we're actually stressed. The second thing is, for those of you who don't like that uneven pigment, the blotchy brown pigment marks, they actually, cortisol is actually picked up on by your pigment producing cell. It's called a melanocyte. It lives in your skin, and it actually takes the signal when cortisol increases to say, oh, you want more pigment? Here you go.
No, we don't.
Here's a whole lot of pigment right for you for your viewing pleasure. And it's really annoying. So for some clients, and given that all of your clients at Pure Indulgence are having to put on hold their treatments, you can't have access to those educated, really exceptional therapists who work their magic in the treatment room. So at home, I guess there's a lot of things you can do. So I guess should we talk about that, Lauren? Like what we can do now we know what stress does to the skin, especially?
Definitely. Because obviously a lot of us are at home. We've got our skincare regimes, but it's like, what can we add in? What can we do? How can we treat this at home? Because we can't get into the salon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, we have to be mindful about some lifestyle tips. Always think about trying to do more of the things you like. So I know we kind of might be cooped up, but we do get a once a day walk. But that's a great tip, don't you think, Lauren? Getting out and doing some more exercise. It's a really great thing for reducing stress.
Yeah, well, at the moment, I can hear an ice cream truck, so I'm like, that reduces stress, doesn't it?
Is that a mirage or is that real?
Exactly. I'm like, am I hearing things? I'm like, because that's just reduced my stress levels.
I know So doing things that reduce it, like I know a lot of deep breathing exercises, like good things you can do at home, like big deep breaths, breathing in for 4, holding that breath, imagining it nourishing your body and taking away stress, and then releasing the breath. Like these are great tips at home when you feel the stress rising. We also know sleep, getting good sleep, and trying to stick to a routine. I know I'm working from home. Yeah. It's easy to be distracted, and
yes,
especially with families and partners and all that sort of thing.
Yes.
But sticking to a routine, trying to go to bed at the same time every night, and also too waking up at the same time. I'm even getting dressed for work. I mean, I know we're all virtual here, so I'm still wearing makeup. I know you've got your, skin. So trying to do those things that actually give you normality, they're actually things that help you with stress, because when you feel out of control, it's often when the stress levels spike and the hormones go nuts.
Yeah.
So having good sleep. So I think if we can focus on good sleep, I think as the first port of call, there's a couple of things in Dermalogica that we want you to do. Well, first of all, in your showering routine, I love to use Dermalogica. Has a beautiful body wash called Conditioning Body Wash. It is loaded with calming, soothing botanicals that actually help you to reduce that sort of high alert, high stress. Do you have that one at home yourself, Lauren, the Conditioning Body Wash?
Yes, I do. I actually have all 3, the 3 body at home. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I think it gives you that self-care, and really we all have heard, no doubt all of your clients out there have heard about self-care, but it is definitely something that you can employ when you can't get in for massage or your normal skin services. I'm in love with the Phyto Replenish body oil. This oil is so versatile. I love to pour a few drops of this into your bath. It's a beautiful bottle, just a little drizzle of product. You've got things like French plum, neroli, oranges, lavender, sandalwood, and these are all terrific at helping you when you're breathing in those oils in the bath. It really does help you not only have great skin and restore the barrier, because stress also flares up your dryness and dehydration in the skin on the body. So that's something I do, pat dry the skin. But for those of you with only a shower, and sometimes my bath is full of toys.
Yes, I was about to say, I've got how many rubber duckies everywhere. It's trying to relax, and then you lay on a rubber ducky and you're like, oh, I'm out.
I know. So little things that I do is even just to take the oil, I just take a few drops of the oil into my palms, and I just do my big deep breathing 4-second ritual. Oh, I wish we had smell-o-vision. It's so
smell-o-vision. We need that.
Oh, and take those deep breaths with that. And then even I'll apply it all over my body. And here's a great tip. Always put your body oil or cream on, even on your face, within 2 minutes of getting out of the shower and drying yourself. You have better absorption. But these essential oils before bed, I rub it here, and I take a little bit and I put it above my lip. And now I'm breathing it directly into my senses to get to the limbic part of your brain to reduce stress while I sleep. So that's a great tip. Excellent. The second thing that I love is my sound sleep cocoon. Who has this?
It smells so good.
It is so beautiful. This is actually a little product. It looks like a speaker. I actually keep it next to my bed.
Box. Yes.
It is a little boom box for your stress. And so we want you to go to Dermalogica, Sound Sleep Cocoon. We have an .com, soundsleepcocoon.com. We've got a little app with a 20-minute relaxation soundtrack. Yeah. And what you can do is, if you're finding it hard to sleep with all the stress, turn on that app, take 1 to 2 pumps of your stress, your sound sleep cocoon, and you literally just smooth it over your night cream. And it puts a veil of lavender, encapsulated lavandin, it's lavender and sandalwood in a liposome, and it actually pops all night while you sleep and gets you a better night's sleep.
I love it. The first time I used this, my husband after bed, he goes, what is that smell? Because he could smell something. And I'm like, it's my nighttime moisturizer. He was like, what? So he could smell it, over the other side of the bed.
Oh, I know it's good for him too.
Sleep.
Two for the price of one.
Yeah.
But it literally is so good. But it's loaded with vitamin C from Australian Kakadu plum, so it's great for the pigment. You know, when you're stressed, for the extra pigment. It's good for speeding the healing of your acne as well, because it's also got healing ingredients from Persian silk in there, and it's seriously hydrating too.
Great.
So that's something I do. Another little ritual is if it's your eyes, if you're not getting that great quality sleep, stress positive eye lift. That's a real favorite.
I love
You
the
can
little
squeeze.
applicator with this. It's so cooling.
Isn't it the best? And I think that cooling, and so just by simply dotting it around the eye area, here we go. I'm doing it on top of my makeup, but hey, who cares?
The more
I
better.
love
Let's
it.
go.
Even now I can feel it, but this here, you can do some little movements, just circular motions. You can press into the pressure points. I'll move my fringe. We've got pressure points right here in the brow, along at the end of the brow, underneath the eye here. And just by working into these pressure points, I swear to God, when I use this, I just feel like I have a better night's sleep. And it also has loads of things like Arctic seawater. It's got brightening ingredients, and this serious hyaluronic acid, 2 molecules of hyaluronic acid that plump the skin cells and make your skin, just makes the lines look less. So, you know, if you have dark circles, puffiness and lines because you're not sleeping from stress, this is what you need, stress positive. That's a definite. So I think when we talk about stress and dehydration and getting better sleep, that helps with repair and recovery. Should we talk about pimples? All of those clients who are battling.
Let's get rid of them. How do we do it?
Let's blast them. so we've got 2. Look, I know some of you only get odd ones. Lauren, I only get occasional. What about you? Do you get a lot or just odd?
Just the odd ones at the moment. So yeah, as I said, I just had a few little ones pop up, and I was lucky to have this little one in my cupboard. So I got onto it, as you can see, very, very quickly. I don't have anything left over there, but yeah, I was lucky I had it in the cupboard. Otherwise, it would have been a different story on the
yeah. Oh, absolutely. So it's well, this is the one that if you do get just isolated breakouts, and when you're stressed, they take longer to heal, 40% longer. We also get that annoying mark, you know, that purpley brown weird mark when the zit's gone, but it still looks like.
Why?
Oh gosh, please. So what you've got is the Age Bright Spot Fader. This is a really cool product. It's got a silicone tip here, which you can literally apply to the skin. You twist it open, and you just squeeze out a small amount of product, and there it is. And then all you do is transfer it to the pimple on your face and just pat it in. And it does 2 things. First of all, it helps to speed the healing of the breakout with ingredients like niacinamide and a whole heap of other anti-inflammatory ingredients. We've got a complex of thyme and pine with niacinamide that speeds the healing rapidly, literally kills the bacteria that causes the pimple in 15 minutes.
Wow.
So it's a really potent product. Yeah. But what I love most, it's got hexyl resorcinol and also additional brightening agents that get rid of the scar. So this is a must-have.
Yeah, I always get that pigmentation after, and it's so annoying because it takes longer usually than the breakout itself to go away.
Yeah, exactly. It can take even anywhere up to 2 or 3 months, depending on your age. So, and I know a lot of clients I speak to are concerned of breakouts. They're in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. It's like, what the heck?
Why? We were past this years ago.
I'm left puberty, you know, forever ago, and it's still coming back. So, look, the Age Bright Spot Fader, it's great if you get occasional breakouts, but I know for some clients, they've always battled with lots of under the surface congestion. You know, those bumps that don't always turn into pimples?
Yeah.
Maybe blackheads on the nose, but then pimples more widespread. Maybe there are quite a few on the neck or quite a few on the jaw and cheeks, or the forehead. So the Age Bright Clearing Serum, this is more of an overall treatment. And I always advise this. If you've got a combination of blackheads, breakouts, congestion, on more wider spread areas, you just take a couple of drops, as I did, and after you tone your skin, so cleanse, tone, and then apply a couple of drops to whatever area is affected. I even put it on my bikini line if I get breakouts from, like, ingrown hairs sometimes.
I was about to say, I've
When
got this on my back as well. Like I had a few little breakouts in my shoulders here. And yes, I use this and it helps clear it right up.
What a great idea. And also on people's chest. I know some women get it on the chest or back of the arms.
Yeah.
It's a keratosis pilaris condition here, but sometimes when you scratch it, it turns into pimples.
Yeah.
If you pick at it.
Yeah.
So the Age Bright Clearing Serum, this is also a must-have. If you're breaking out because of stress, widespread congestion, oiliness, scarring from old pimples that are still there, then I would definitely go for that Age Bright Clearing Serum. So I think that would be an incredible routine, but just remembering about, how you can address your stress with those, thinking holistically as well as topically. Just a final thing is we know that a lot of pigment comes up from stress, and the Biolumin C serum, I know how I wish I could drink this. I mean,
so good. And I'm so glad it's in a larger bottle now too, because it just felt like it was never enough.
I know, it was like, I know I should only use a small amount, but I was like using the layering and layering this on. But the Biolumin C serum, this is terrific. If you've got old scars, maybe the breakouts have gone, it's just scarring you're dealing with, the post-inflammatory. This is a very potent brightening treatment, but it's also excellent if you've got the uneven pigment that's not from breakouts, but just pigment that's come through on your skin from stress, and maybe from sun damage and other things like hormones, like from the pill or, from pigment from the pregnancy. So the Biolumin C serum is a really versatile treatment product, and it's got a matching eye serum. You might have seen our video, everybody. But I'm just like, there's so many things you can do that can definitely help. But there's just one more thing, while everybody is in isolation and you can't have your professional peels, I have to tell you, Rapid Reveal Peel is your at-home sort of mini version of your Pure Indulgent Skin Therapist. You've got 10 tubes of a peel here, which is, to give you an idea, our peels get a score out of 35. Over 35 if you talk about the Pro Power Peel, which is a professional only peel. This peel is a 21 bioactivity score. And for those of you who are having professional facials, your therapist is using a score of around 25 to 35. Your at-home daily microfoliant gets a score of 5, and multivitamin thermofoliant gets a score of 10. This is 21. So it's a really potent at-home peel. And so you can use a half a tube on your face and neck. If you want to do your décolletage, you can use a whole tube. But I find a little goes a long way, don't you, Lauren?
It does, yeah, definitely. I find, I usually get the 2 goes or so out of it. And then, this has been amazing too. If I do have more breakouts pop up, I'll run straight to my little kid and go for this. Because it's
like just like attack.
Yeah, well, even like I was feeling quite dehydrated, and I was like, I just feel like I need something extra. And, dug deep in my cupboard and found this one, and it's just helped to get my skin back on track.
Yeah, and it definitely does. And when you're so used to all of you, clients there at Pure Indulgence who are having, the micro needling, you've been having the Pro Power Pill, you've been having your professional Pro Skin and hydrodermabrasion, this is something that you can do at home that's going to keep those great results for you. And if you're more of a finer skin, a little more sensitive, leave it on for 3 minutes. Just put it on. There's no granules. You just put it on. It's easy. Peel the vegetables for dinner. I don't know. Shave your legs if you can't get your waxing, Yes. And I leave it on for about 7 minutes. Even sometimes I've even left it on for 7 to 10 minutes. And that's, so it's up to 7 minutes is all you need. Just wipe it off, and then always put on your mask. And multivitamin power recovery mask is excellent for any stressed client and stressed skin, or the skin hydrating mask. But Lauren, I really felt that they were the real call outs to help with stressed skin.
They've been so helpful. It's, sometimes when you look at, you've got your regime and you're like, what can I do? What can I add in? And there are so many options, but trying to find out what's right for you and what's going to get you the results quickly, because obviously, we can't come into a salon and have someone analyze it and check it out and give you a recommendation there. So thank you so much for all the tips today. It's been so
Pleasure.
helpful. All of those products are available on our website, so people can just head on to pureindulgence.com.au. There is also a live chat there, so if anyone does need any help, they can shoot a message through and I can help, or Susan can help answer any of those questions for those products too. So thank you.
You're welcome, Lauren, and everybody keep well, stay safe.
And as I say, stay home, stay safe. So
Yes.
stay tuned. We'll have lots more tips coming up, possibly via our live video chats.
Sounds great, Lauren.
See you later. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.